Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to calculate the derivatives in trigonometric functions. As we know, there are two basic derivative formulas. One is the sin x derivative equals cosine x, and the cosine x derivative equals minus sin x. The other derivative formulas can be derived from these two basic formulas, such as the tangent x derivative can be written as sin x divided by cosine x derivative. So it can be written as sin x derivative times cosine x minus sin x times cosine x derivative divided by cosine x squared. Now we just replace sin x derivative with cosine x, and the cosine x derivative with minus sin x. Then we can get tangent x derivative equals cosine x squared plus sin x squared divided by cosine x squared. For the denominator, as we know, it equals 1. So we can get tangent x derivative equals 1 divided by cosine x squared, or equals sin x squared. For example, if we want to calculate the derivative for the function 1 plus 3 tangent x divided by 1 minus 5 tangent x. If you remember tangent x derivative, this formula, then you can directly use this formula. So the derivative for this function equals 1 plus 3 times tangent x derivative times 1 minus 5 tangent x minus 1 plus 3 times tangent x times 1 minus 5 tangent x derivative divided by 1 minus 5 times tangent x squared. So if you remember tangent x derivative, then we just replace tangent x derivative with sin x squared. So we can get the derivative for this function equals 3 times sin x squared times 1 minus 5 tangent x minus 1 plus 3 times tangent x times minus 5 sin x squared divided by 1 minus 5 tangent x squared. So after some arrangement, we can get the derivative for this function equals 8 divided by cosine x minus 5 times sin x squared. However, if you don't remember tangent x derivative, then we can just directly use these two basic derivative formulas. As you can see here, the function then becomes as cosine x plus 3 sin x divided by cosine x minus 5 times sin x. So the derivative in this function equals the derivative in this function. So we can get the derivative in the function equals cosine x plus 3 times sin x derivative times cosine x minus 5 sin x minus cosine x plus 3 times sin x times cosine x minus 5 times sin x derivative divided by cosine x minus 5 sin x squared. Now we just replace cosine x derivative with minus sin x and the sin x derivative with cosine x. So after some arrangement, we can get the derivative for this function equals 8 divided by cosine x minus 5 times sin x squared. So we get the same results as the previous one. If we want to calculate the derivative at a specific point, such as x equals pi divided by 4, then we just replace x in the general derivative form with this specific point. So we get the derivative at x equals pi divided by 4 equals 8 divided by cosine pi divided by 4 minus 5 times sine pi divided by 4 square. After some arrangement, we can get the derivative at the point pi divided by 4 equals 1. Here, I should emphasize that the x is measured in radian. If we measured in degree, then we have to transfer the degree into radians by multiplying pi divided by 180. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.